Hi, welcome back. I'm Nisha. Today we are here with a new topic, scope of variables and functions. You all know about variable and functions, right? Yeah. So what is variable? Variable is a name given for a memory area in RAM. Is it? According to the data type, we'll get a space and we can assign any values in it. Integer or character or float or a string we can assign in it. Is it? That and all we already studied. So first let us see what is scope of variable. Scope. So what is scope? See. Scope of variable. Scope of variable means lifetime of a variable. Lifetime. Okay. So what is that? All variables in a program may not be accessible at all locations in the program. It depends on where it is declared. Understood? All variables in a program may not be accessible. We cannot access all the variables at all locations in the program. It depends on where it is declared. So where we declared that variable, according to that only we can define the lifetime of a variable. That is scope. Understood? Scope of variable means the lifetime of the variable. How we can define that lifetime of a variable? According to the declaration of that variable. So how we can classify that? So there are mainly two types of variable scopes. One is local variables and the other one is global variables. So if it's a local, what is the lifetime? If it's a global, what is the lifetime? So first we can study about the local scope. Okay, local variable scope. Say this. So let us see what is local variables and the scope. Variables defined within a function or a block are said to be local to those functions. Variables declared within a function is said to be local to that function. Or the variables declared within a block are said to be local to that block. So that are local variables. Understood? What is local variable? A variable declared within a function, inside a function or inside a block are said to be local. Understood now? Now we can, I'll show you with one example, one simple example. See this, void display, it's a prototype. Void main, brace open, int n is equal to 10, cout n, brace close. So this is the main function here. N is equal to 10. So n is the variable we declared it here. And 10 is the assigned value. Cout n. So we'll get the value on the monitor. Is it? Same like see void display function. Brace open, brace close. This is the function. So cout n is there. Cout n. Is it possible to access this variable here in this function? That is depending on the scope of that variable. So n is a local variable, is it? So its lifetime is what? What is the scope of this variable? Yeah, within this main only. It's a local variable. Only main can access this value. See the point? N is a local variable and its lifetime or scope is within the main only. Within the main. Its lifetime is within the main. That means the main only can access n. So what to do when you are using n here? Yeah, we'll get an error message. What is the message? See? Error, undefined simple n. Undefined simple n. What is n? The compiler doesn't know what is n. Inside that display there is no n. N is here inside the main. So only main can access this variable. Because this is the local variable of this main. When you declare a variable within a function or a block are said to be local to those functions. So here we declared a n in main, inside the main function. So the scope is only within the main. Only main can access that n value. Clear? This n is not accessible by outside the functions, outside functions. Understood now? Okay. I'll show you one more example. See, void display, void main, brace open, cout n, cout n. There is no variable declaration here. Only cout n is there. But inside this void display, see, int n is equal to 10. We declared a variable cout n. So we can bring the value of n also. Now see this. So here n is a local variable of display function. So its scope is, its lifetime is, only within this display function. Is it? Within the display function. So n is a local variable and its lifetime or scope is within the display only. So n can access only through display function. Main can't access this one. So cout n means it's an error. So what is the error? Undefined simple n. Main can't access that n. It is a local variable of display function. Clear now? So this is called scope of variables. Got it? So do you remember the first sentence about the scope of variable? See this? All variables in a program may not be accessible at all locations in the program. It depends on where it is declared. So where we declared, according to that only we can access that variable. So if it's a local variable means the variables declared within the function or within the block, is it? So here the variable is declared within the function. So only that particular function can access that one. That is local variables and the scope of variable. Clear? Okay. Here see one more example is there. It is very important. Only main is there. See, int a variable declared and see in a we are inputting a value. Just imagine a is 10 and if a is equal to 10, here another block we started. Block means brace open and brace close. So inside that block int b is equal to 20. So we declared one more variable there, b. Cout a plus b. So we are printing the value of a and b, a plus b. Then outside that block, cout a plus b is there. See how many local variables are there? 2. Is it int a and int b? Is there any difference in this local variables? Yeah. What is the difference? Int a is a local variable of this main. Is it? A declared within this function. So a can accessible from anywhere in the main because it is declared within the main function. And this is a block. This is not a function. This is a block. So variables declared inside a block is only for that particular block. Understood? If we declare a variable in a particular block, that variable's lifetime or scope is within this block only. See the points? A is a local variable and its lifetime or scope is within the main only. Okay, so we can access from anywhere within the main. Now, what about B? This is local variable only, but its lifetime or scope is within the block only. Within the block means here to here. So, main can't access this B. Main can't access this B. Why? Because the contents or the variables inside the internal block are not visible to the outer block. Okay, but A can access in this block. Why? The contents of outer blocks up to this point only. Okay, up to this point, because we started a new block here. So the variables declared just above that block can access by this block. So A is declared on top, so we can access from the block, inner block. But B is a local variable for only for that particular block. We can't access this here. So cout A plus B. So the compiler will give you an error message, undefined simple B, because B is the local variable, but local variable of which one? Only for that particular block. We can't access from outside. Understood? So this is another way of finding the scope. Got it? Okay. Here you can see one more example. This is also very important. See this? Void main, brace open, int a is equal to 10, int a is equal to 20. Two variables are there with same name. Is it possible to declare? No. Why? We'll get an error message. Is it? Yeah. Multiple declaration for A. We'll get it. See, A is the local variable and its lifetime or scope is within the main only. Same like one more variable we created with same name. So that time we'll get an error message. Multiple declaration for A. So with same name it is not possible. But we can rectify this problem. How? Just see this. Int A is equal to 10. Just an open brace and close brace. That means this is a particular block now. So int A is equal to 20. Cout A. So this A is a local variable of main. Is it? Yeah, it's a local variable of main. So its lifetime is, or the scope is, within the main. And int A is equal to 20 means this is also a local variable, but for the particular block. Is it? Its lifetime or the scope is within the block only, within the block. So there is no error. We can access it. But confusion is there, is it? Cout A. So within this block, cout A is the statement here. So which result we will get it? 10 or 20? 10 also can access by this block, is it? Do you remember in the previous slide? The variables declared just above the internal block can access by the internal one. So this A and this A can access by this block. So which A, which value we will get it on the monitor? 10 or 20? There is no confusion. The 20 will display it because the preference goes to on local variable. Got it? Yeah. Then here see cout A. Which value? 10 only. Because, is it? Yeah, because this A is particular for this block only. This internal block's value can't access by the outer block. Is it? Yeah. So cout A we'll get 10 and through this cout A we'll get 20. Clear? See the output screen? A is equal to 20. So the first cout statement is this one. So A is equal to 20. Then cout A, outer one. So the value of outer is 10. So A is equal to 10. Got it? I hope you all enjoyed the session. So see you all in the next video with the remaining part, global variables and the scope of global variables and the difference between global and local variables. So till then, take care. Bye. Thank you.